starting. I'm just starting with a video.
I get my weed from Baghdad. Hop on a plane, get jet lag. My brother be swiping off Cash App. Your bitch just send me your cash tag. I hit your bitch and you mad. You don't want smoke, then pass that. Keep me 2 Glocks like Mad Max. Have an XO, but I got a tax. I want a Glock 40. I just might tax short. I'm taking the bitches, feel like Rick and Morty. I'm cocking my glick and clicking, then I'm going. When it's raining, it's pouring. Think it's gonna rain in the morning. Duck on the feds, they extorting. Can't keep a bitch, they annoying. Talking my shit like I'm Conan. Drip on me, yeah. Drip on me. I get this shit for free, so tell me who wanna get lit with me. All of my scars, they bleed. They burning with Listerine. Planting my seeds, there's no more trees. Do you believe in me? Cash crop, I got the game in the padlock. I want the money now, who wanna wait? Try to rob me for 48. I'ma put him on first 48. We win the lake and I'm catching his wave. No dinner days, I'm just stuck in my way. But minimum wage, I'm busting these plays. I got a play to hit, I cannot wait for shit. She said that she love me, but I cannot say the bitch. Hold it together, no paper clip. All of my feelings be rushing in. Clutching my Glock and my FN. She get me top in the West End, even though I her best friend. I get my weed from Baghdad. Hop on a plane, get jet lag. My brother be swiping off Cash App. Your bitch just send me your cash tag. I hit your bitch and you mad. You don't want smoke, then pass that. Keep me 2 Glocks like Mad Max. Have an XO, but I got a tax.
Like money on your You may not need to share me. And we're back. We're back. What's going on? So we have a special guest in the building. We got 2 special guests because Lady Internet finally made it here from fighting the Redskins traffic. I mean the Washington football team's traffic.
Exactly.
And
accidents.
Of course, people were mad about that loss, so they started driving crazy.
Well, you have to remember also, Washington and Dallas playing is like Super Bowl in this area.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
that game and then the Baltimore Washington games, it causes a lot of traffic issues.
So we got our special guest. What's going on, sir? How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
So first thing I'm gonna tell you is move the mic closer. You talking like CP3. CP3 voice gonna change like 6 times on this one program.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? DC Witty in the building.
Cool. Let's just start with the most easiest question of the night. Tell us about yourself.
Maybe the easiest question. Again, I'm DC Witty, born and raised Southeast DC. College educated. A coordinator at DC Public Schools by day. By evening, I own a nonprofit, a crop and help youth organization. We use one of my mentoring programs. I choose Love Over Hate as a line that funding to pay for that. In a nutshell, man, I'm a father, husband, entrepreneur, artist of all trades. I don't like that jack of all trades or master of nothing, because I've mastered a few things in my life, so I wouldn't be a jack. But that's who I am.
Okay, all right. Lady Internet, my spider sense is telling me you have a question.
I mean, not really, not yet, but but can you run down the list of you said you're not necessarily a jack of all trades. You don't like that term. But you've mastered a few things in your life. Can you tell us about those things that you've mastered?
Um, designing.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because your designs is the picture that's in your mind. If it comes to life on the canvas the way that you thought it did in your mind, then you've mastered that skill.
Okay.
Music, like, yeah, I do that in my sleep. Um, being a philanthropist, speaking to people, and speaking to children, children listen. A few more things to master, but I would say if I had anything that word that was mastered to check back on my own words, it would be those two.
Okay. Okay. And then sidebar, what school did you go to?
Which level?
You said you're a college educated. Right?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
Oh, Glenville State College.
Okay.
In West
Okay.
You trying to see who was your rival?
No.
Yeah, I could
No.
tell. You trying to see?
My school has no.
Switchblade come out.
Why?
Because it's you.
Now, see, you don't use a switchblade at college level. You see what I'm saying?
What do you use?
What
You
level
know,
do
you
use
just
it?
have a conversation. Now, never mind.
I was about
But
to
college
say,
level, you know.
I didn't go to college, so I'm learning something new right there.
Yeah, it's you know, you're at a higher level of education, so you have to.
High level of night shield.
No.
I'm just trying to go see where you're going with this. But let's get back on topic. You said that you speak to young children because they listen, which is true. Because that's where you have to build the foundation and give them that at a young age so they can build off of that. But what is the message that you push to them, and what made you decide to you wanted to be one of the people to try to help make that change happen?
The most to me the most intricate things in life are sometimes the most easiest things to accomplish. But people do things to make it harder. Like I read a book called Who Moved My Cheese a few years back, and trying to think that the author name was David. I can't think of his last name, but it was just showing how hard we as human beings make the simplest things, and we make the most difficult things seem easy. And if you could just reverse that chain of thought, man. So I try to catch children at an age where no one caught me. Um, and I just I just try to teach them everything that I know how to do. And one of my quotes is the alphabet is A through Z. Nobody respect a man, woman, and child that stop at what. You know what I mean? So why would you? It's about finishing. And that's one of my number one things. And children tend to listen. Glory be to the Creator.
That's pretty damn deep.
What? That was a good question. That's a great answer.
Because when somebody says something deep, you usually be like.
I'm trying to like when we have a different type of guest tonight, so I'm trying to
You notice his voice change, right?
you see something that's serious, is talking about some real stuff. So I'm trying to now. I can cut up now if you want. I can start mixing the wine and then we can get loose. We can see if you designing stuff for strippers that's down for the pole. You know what I'm saying? We can get into those questions. I got some strippers if you want to smash the business. But I mean,
You know, you got his son here, man.
He look like he old enough that he might be out there in a couple of years.
That kid
That's a big kid.
Things he
So exactly. See. So
Don't encourage him, please.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to.
Don't worry, he tried to do that.
But he got the look though, like he
Just when I thought I was gonna ask something serious, CPD just dismissed
Yeah,
the whole vibe.
He started. I'm trying to. She looked at me like.
It's always on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you have a nonprofit. What was the steps and what made you decide to do that?
At the time, I started a private health youth organization. I just felt like it wasn't nobody speaking for the youth from where I was from, correctly.
Mhm.
Like they were speaking, but everything that I heard them speaking had them benefiting in the end.
Mhm.
Like I mean, other than a larger mansion in heaven, you tell me where I'm actually benefiting.
Mhm.
Um, I don't like, man. I never I never sought out to be some kind of saint or anything like that. I always thought that a person being from where these children are from should be the person that talks to these children.
Yeah.
That's the language that they speak. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Sure.
So imagine, I guess in retrospect, you put that to like a person from Greece speaking to a person from Africa about having some kind of interpreter, right? And I feel like that's how it happens with children. Like you got people speaking to these children in a language they don't understand, man. And then you expect them to be able to do something. You give them a half a deck, you play with a full deck, they gonna lose every time.
Very valid point. Interpretation and communication is the key in any learning process.
Mhm.
And you have to make sure you're relating to the audience that you're, presenting it to. It's always said that, if you're delivering a message and the receiver of the message doesn't understand what or doesn't grasp what you're trying to teach them, that's on the communicator to make sure he's breaking it down so the person that's supposed to receive it can adapt to it and understand what the point is being made. And I think that's one of the major disconnects we have now, that folks are, having conversations and trying to break things down, but they're not bridging the connection, the communication barrier, because their interpretation of one thing is different from someone else, and they aren't taking the time to make sure they're on the same wavelength and on the same plane of what they're talking about. And I see that a lot in every situation, from relationships, personal and business. So yeah, you're speaking some truth on that, though.
Mhm.
Right. I can give you, for instance, in my own personal life, it's like a Tupac, man. I'm 41. I don't mind saying it, I have to scream it, I hope to live 81 more years, right?
No doubt.
But I heard one of the greats, Tupac, saying that only God can judge you.
Mhm.
I had a problem with that since a child, man. I know what Oak Hill looked like from the inside. You know what I mean? I tell the person, if you look at me and you don't see an inkling of my past, tell me there's not a God. Because at the end of the day, man, when I look at things, you say only God can judge me. And this is the language I speak to the children. You can't judge me, you not God. See, they don't say it like Pop, right? They say
Right.
they try to,
They say
you
it
can't
different.
judge me, you not God. Okay, and say you until you break the law and you stand in front of 12 of people and that judge that's judging.
The judge, right?
So at the end of the day, it's not broke down that way. One thing standing back, if I could dissect what I see is a lot of people. Like I told the instructional soup the other day. He was at our school, man, and I don't mind saying this. He say, in a nutshell, man, if you had 30 seconds to tell me what you think the issue is, I think the issue is that you got advocates that want to be lawyers, and lawyers that want to be judges, and judges that want to be politicians, and teachers that want to be admin, and admin that want to be you, instructional soup. But I don't hear children nowhere in that, but everybody's coming up off of them. And if you want to know, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's political. Children don't understand that. Like,
Right.
I always say it's all
It's
politics.
kind of deep. It's kind of deep.
You say you always say what?
It's all politics. It's one of GOP's famous saying.
Well, yeah, we know that.
You got anything, Lady Antoinette, you want to ask?
Yeah, and tell us about what you got going on over here. You have a lot of items.
this is a shoe that just actually dropped both on both sides. Uh, the, I don't have a name for him. I'm not gonna sit here and make up something. That's not
Mhm.
but this is the first year. Like I've been making clothes for 20 years, to be honest with you, just to show you the growth and everything. And I started with a clothing line called Straight Hood. I still own Straight Hood. I just was with my grandmother about 10 years ago. We walking down the street, and the dude didn't know my name. He came in Straight Hood. I was my grandmother. You know what I mean? Again, I'm 41. Like, I'm not one of those people, man. Like, you gonna respect my space. But then I realized I didn't give you, that's not our relationship. I never, and it was from that moment I wanted to always do something where I can be the same person and wherever I am.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And so when it comes to this, I choose, everything is about choices, right? I choose was birthed the day that Nipsey Hussle died. If you look at the colors, can you? Oh yeah, on the book back. You should put it on. You got the colors of every game, right? And you got truths in the middle. And it killed me, man, because to be honest with you, I was one of the artists the year before at the up. What is the joint called we do in DC? The Broccoli City.
The Broccoli City Festival.
And man, I met Nip. Great guy, man. And he was just like, dude, I need to fly you to LA, right? Like I was just there with the clothes. We had just started, and I spit a piece for him. And he was like, dude, I slid my music to him, and he was like, dude, music is your muse, bro. Like, because what I'm hearing here, I can hear the struggle with it, and when you speak, but it's two different things, right? Then I just need that. I need a person that can do this here and do this there. And then the man gets shot. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I said, nah, I gotta do something, man. Because I respect it. But at the end of the day, we as black people do things and expect other people. I got a saying, man. I would no longer, I would no longer be angry at a person that won't do or refuse to do something for me. I'll just appreciate what they'll do for me. Right. So with that mentality, I can drive around Congress Park. I can drive around Wellington Park. And I can sit there for a while, but I'm conscious enough to know my surroundings. I'm not stupid enough to believe that because I've done this for you that you'll do the same for me. Right. And I believe a lot of the times, and I was angry at it, if I could be, to be honest, like the world had a lot more to hear from me. They did, bro. And I believe through choices. Like, yeah, the Father has wrote your life. Your life has already been planned, but you can speed it up. And if you don't think you can do that, then you need to go back into your Bible, Quran, or Torah. Because you can speed up your destiny. That's true. It's your life, right? And I'm sitting here looking like, dude, you wanted to be a martyr. Like, I went back and looked at his life like you wanted to be a martyr, but I get it. But the lessons in your death may not be taken as serious as the lessons you could have taught out your mouth in life. So being where you were and me seeing that made me decide to say, man, I might stop there. But I'm not going. Like, I love him, but I got gifts that God gave me that I need to be here for. And so exactly. So did he. You know what I mean? And so if you can hear it in my voice, I'm still a little bit. It's not Nip. It's just us and getting to a certain level and wanting and demanding this level of hood clout. Right. So you know what I mean? That don't mean that to me. It don't mean a hill of beans to me. It doesn't. And it means so much to other people, and that's why they're not here. You know what I mean? And so
because in the overall grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything to the rest of the world.
It doesn't. And so that I choose because these children got to make the right choices. My auntie, Rita Jackson from Northeast Performing Arts, God rest her soul. She raised me, raised me and 1,000 other children, telling us 1 second of non-thought can end your life. 1 second, man. Like 1 second. I lost 105 children in DC Public School for 20 years. And I told them the same thing. 1 second of non-thought. Can't tell you how many times I drop kids off, look through the rearview mirror so the kid get popped and dropped. For making the wrong choice.
Right.
And so I choose. And the moniker for the company, the clothing line is called I Choose. The moniker for the company is Love Over Hate. But yours could be Peace Over War. Yours could be sobriety over whatever. Like it could be drunk over sobriety. I don't give whatever it is, man. But it's about choices and the choices that you choose to make. You know what I mean? And so that's what it was about. That's what this is about.
Cool.
CP3.
I just wanted to piggyback on what he said about us, about the choices that we make. We were speaking about, emotions and how people make snap judgments. But yeah, that's so key. When we make decisions, you have to weigh the pros and the cons of it and weigh everything that goes into it. Not just say, hey, if I make this move and everything goes good, hey, I'm golden. But you got to take that step back and say, okay, what happens if things go bad? How can I recover fast enough that it won't screw up everything that I've built already? Because you got to take that chance, but you have to, take a step back and look at it from both sides, and then make the proper choice or the decision at that time. It might not be the time to make that move because you can't afford to take that setback if a setback comes. But if you don't take that into account, and then boom, you jump out there, and then boom, setback happens. You're not prepared for the downfall for one, and then it's going to stunt your progress going forward. But then you got to take time to figure out what you're going to do, then put it into effect, as opposed to already having a plan just in case. So yeah, that's some deep stuff you're talking, man. It's good that you're instilling that, in the kids and getting that thought process in their head so they can learn from it, because they definitely not gonna learn that in school.
No. You know what the Bible says? Don't help a man until you help yourself. Don't give a man something that you gotta get right back. Right? And what I realized trying to instill that in this one here, kids I work with, my daughter, even my wife, it says you ever notice you loan somebody something, and then comedians say it all the time. They serious though. They saying it, but they serious, and they say stuff like, "You ever let somebody borrow something you had it so damn long you had to borrow it back?" Then if you gotta worry about that, then you haven't taken care of yourself.
Right.
Right. And so I realize us as a people, we're so geared to it's my man, this my hood, this my homie, or this my loved one, or whatever they want to call it, and all the barrows I done been across the United States. I noticed one thing. Ain't nobody ever said shit about themselves. Can I say shit? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, you say whatever you want.
Ain't nobody never said shit about themselves. And so you ain't taking care of your temple.
Right.
But you trying to go take care of another man's temple or another woman's temple, and your shit burning. You know what I mean? And so it's like doing what I do, man. It's like dissecting everything. It's like my pop said, you could be doing the wrong thing for so long that when the right way posed, it seemed wrong. You know what I mean? And so, like, you be amazed, man. I sit there and I minister to children, and then they go home and tell their parents.
Yeah.
Parent come running up to school. I'm thinking I'm in some kind of, I don't like to say trouble. I'm a grown man, but
Right.
some
You
kind
think
of
it's about to be a
conflict.
conflict.
Some kind of conflict. But they coming in, what you tell my child? Well, I told the child. You know, and they, well, what was that? And I tell them, you really did say that? Yeah, man, they got it. Like, I had parents mad. Look, listen, don't get angry about why your child listen or who they listen to. I thought the goal was for them to listen.
And go in the right direction.
Right. My wife and I argue all the time about my son. That boy got 4.0 grade point.
There you go.
They say, she said, yeah, he loves school. And then he give me that look and we laugh. Cause that's my little man. And I know he go to school because he in the top 200 players in the nation in football. So he go to school because of football. My wife get angry at that, and I say, well, look, let me explain something to you. we were raised to be seen and not heard. So if you ask me at his age, I had a 3.8 because I played football. I can't give a damn about nothing else.
Right.
That went on in that school.
But at the same time, he in school.
Exactly.
Well. So
I don't really care.
The
like,
reason why, hey.
Right. Let's come up with unless like, just to be a little comical. Not unless he in this room plotting to fucking be a school shooter or something.
Right.
Now I'm going to school because I'm seeing people, and that's that's not the thing. Trust me, we got an open door policy in my house.
Yes.
He lock his door, it's coming off.
Well, see, that depends on the shade.
Hey now,
Okay.
hey now.
We're not gonna talk too much about that, but that's what it depends.
We're gonna see.
I mean, let's get into it. I was just
I mean,
on
we
95.
I was just letting
Listen,
them know.
listen. I was just on 95.5 the other day and stumped the dude Tobby. Because like, dude, like he's like, I get it, just the Jussie Smollett thing.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Is he guilty? Innocent? Listen, man, I'm not gonna judge this guy. He did what he felt as though his little heart needed to do, right?
And I have my theories on behind all of that.
Me too, because maybe he didn't do it. Did or didn't? I do know what's the little white guy named Rittenhouse. I know he did it.
Yeah.
That part. Yeah, I know he did it. I know he said he did it, but he walked. You trying to get little Jussie? He tried to set little Jussie down for 3 years for real. In America, it's equal. You right.
Because Jussie may have.
Because everybody forgot. You know, one thing I realized about your oppressors. If they are your oppressors, you admire something about them. I admire their patience. Because
it took a while.
Yeah, how soon do we forget, right, what happened and the time and who? I think our president was orange at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an orange guy, right? I don't say his name.
Because the claim of the two people that attacked him, and we found out they did do that. They did have the hats and all of that. So
like, I'm just trying to figure out why no one said that these guys said that Jussie only paid them $3,500. What if the oppressor paid them $4,500?
They paid them more.
That's what I'm right. So at the end of the day, they already admitted they were for hire. At the end of the day, if the person was the opposite shade, that would have made him be a felon, speaking on behalf of a case that they were going to benefit from. So that would have been a mistrial, right? My bad. I just want, because we broadcasting. I just want to let them know that Black people are intelligent. They're not stupid.
But I think it's something completely different about this.
It definitely is.
Because when you hear something, if it sounds like a duck, right, and it walks like a duck, so what is it, right? It's usually a duck, right?
You know what America want us to believe? It's a fucking mouse.
Right. But here's the thing. when we heard this story, what was everyone saying? They said it sounded like a plot from
everyone knew
Empire,
bullshit.
right? We all heard it was a plot from. We thought it was a plot from Empire.
There's too much racism laced in it.
So, but here's the problem: if it sounded like it was a plot from Empire, right? And we heard that in the background it was possibly some discord between Jussie and the person who was over Empire. The same person who was caught lying to Dame Dash about Dame Dash and owing him money.
Yeah.
So that same person who we already know is shady. We already know they like to try to get over on people. Ain't nobody.
So the thing about that is
can we say his name?
I don't want
Lee Daniels.
Yeah.
So the thing about that is everybody thought Dame Dash was crazy when Dame Dash ran up on him and was like, "Yo, you owe me this money."
When Dame reported,
and everybody thought it was Dame being an asshole or something was wrong. But then when the truth came out, everybody got quiet. Oh, you do owe Dame money.
And so, what a lot of people don't know, one thing I will never forget about that case is that Fox did not want to fire Jussie. Fox renewed his contract. But the person who was over the show did not want to write him back into the show.
That was just really, really, to me.
For me, I feel like that points some fingers.
I've learned how to be politically correct.
I mean,
I'm just stating some facts.
I was talking to me. Y'all don't realize I'm a little crazy. Like, I was trying to I realized that y'all broadcasting, I had put it up on the flyer, and I got
I
a job that follow me, and then they gonna say that I said when I. So I'm not.
But we can say it. So,
So first of all, Lee Daniels is shady,
and you know the
and he's a crook.
the leaked photograph from when Jesse was in the hospital was a screenshot of a conversation, a video conversation between him and Lee Daniels. But Jesse was in the big picture. Lee was in the small picture. So anyone who knows anything about video calling, the person who's in the big picture is the person that you talking to, right?
Yeah.
And you in the small picture. So if Jesse was in the big picture, right? Lee was in the small picture, and this leaked photograph, where it come from? The person in the small picture, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, here's the crazy thing about this. There was a woman that we all thought was crazy for a little bit. And one of the things that she accused was being blackballed by the industry. And one of the person that she accused was Lee Daniels.
I know.
So when Monique made these
first person actually.
Yeah. So when Monique made these accusations, man, she tripping. She this, she that. You know, because she chose not to play the game and she didn't want to do free press for the Precious movie. She was like, well, if you want me to do it, pay me. And
that's where it started.
That's like 101.
And
you cheated.
So they chose not to pay her, and they made money. She got an Oscar for the movie.
Yeah.
But they chose not to pay her, and then they chose not to put her in any other movies, and they blackballed her.
Because since Precious, that was right there.
And this was a young lady who was making movies, and one of the best movies, but she had her own lane. And in Precious, she got to show a different side.
Right.
I actually have the book. I've read the book years before called Push, which is what Precious is based on by Sapphire.
Right.
Really good book.
And that was a breakout moment for her.
Yes.
And a lot of people did not take her serious in the industry until that movie.
And then nothing happened afterwards because and it's sad because it's black people blackballing their own people.
Right there. Crabs in a barrel.
I'm from a place where I seen hustlers hustle. One hustler making more money than the other hustler. They calling them crap. He called the police on the dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I also that's easy. I know homies that has snaked other homies out to the point they no longer here over money.
Well,
you know what I mean? That they had no entitlement to other stuff. They was making it together.
Well, one of the most realest things that happened that I can say from my personal life is this. I remember my brother. My brother has been locked up. And I remember, when tip around, when you have a group of people, when you come home, they usually buy you stuff and put you on your feet. I remember I was working at Sports Authority. I'm glad that store is gone. But I was working at Sports Authority. Rest in pieces. And I was on the boulevard too. And his man came home and he walked in. He said, he said, King, you gonna get some stuff. I'm gonna pay for it. Let me use your discount, whatever. Everybody know my brother. Not a problem. That same dude is the person that got my brother locked up last time. And for a case that had nothing to do with, but for him to, but for his freedom, it was worth taking my brother's freedom. It's the same man several years prior to that basically was able that basically set him on, hey, get anything, get Under Armour, because all sports stores sell name brand shit. Yeah. So you're not getting the jumpsuit from Walmart for $30. You're getting the top, the $60 Nike top, the $70 Nike pants. Get what you want. And his repayment was when we found out later during the case that's the guy that snitched on my brother. Yep. But it's the crabs in the barrel mentality.
Your transcript usually tell.
Yeah, it did.
All the stuff.
You know, I told a group of kids the other day. I was doing ISS, institute suspension, the other day, and I told a whole group of kids, I said, you know who made up no snitching? The nigga that was ready to snitch on everybody else. I said, it took me years in the street to realize that, man. I used to think my father was calling me a sucker when he used to say, you built different. They don't build them like you no more. That, to me, being from where I was from, my father not saying, yeah, you from big this place or the big that place. Nah, you know, my father was being honest. Like, I look at life, I walked away from the block because I was gonna kill somebody, man. Hey, we came, my mama, not my daddy. My mama taught me this right here. You go in with a nigga, you leave out with that nigga, or you stay in there with that nigga. Yeah. My mama taught me that. So you can only imagine what my daddy taught me. Yeah. Right? And so I look at life right now, and I got kids that come in ISS and be like, they sound like Ezel, God rest his soul. They sound like Ezel on Friday. Smokey back here taking the shit. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. They walk right at ISS and say, where everybody else at? I ain't gonna tell on nobody else, but where everybody else at. And keep a straight face and say, I don't tell. If we don't come together and fix this generation working where I work, these kids gonna look at the wall and say, red, ooh, pretty, and push the fucking button. And for all those that don't know who that is, what that is in America, it's a little red button that you push that sets off atomic bombs. And our children in America are so ignorant at this point. Not stupid yet. Not stupid because ignorance, everybody ignorant to something, right? But it becomes stupid if you don't administer to it. Right. Right? So we got a whole bunch of ignorant children that I think was the plan.
Well, here's the thing. Some of these ignorant children are raised by stupid parents.
Yeah.
And dumb grandparents.
Y'all say that apart again.
Yeah, it's levels to this.
Yeah.
It's levels to this. I no, see, literally the first day of school was grandparent about to fight a mother. And you know what I did? I stood there. Yeah. In awe. Because I was like, for real, I'm goofy. Like, I may not see, but I'm goofy. And I always said that if I would care about DC public schools, I could be probably like Kevin Hart right now, behind some of the goofy shit that I see at DC public schools. Like, I'll give you a for instance, because I don't think I can get in trouble with it. I looked out of my door the other day and said, hey, kids, come back. Like, I've been there all day. Yeah. What? Pew. I sit down and I literally made the other 10 kids in there die. I said, hey, bro, wanna bet that I can get them sent back here before they ever get to wherever the fuck they thought they was getting? Yeah. They was like, hell yeah, let's bet that. Gabe, brothers Gabe. So she said, hell yeah, let's bet that. I said, okay. Excuse me. All radio holders. I want to see your fast ass. Yeah. I don't think Flash could outrun me with that damn walkie-talkie. And to me, to see kids really think, right? I done had kids, man. Brother Gabe will tell you, this guy graduated from Johnson, he'll tell you. These kids, every camera in the building work. That's why they love me. I tell them the truth. Right. Miss Moore, what cameras don't work? All of them work. Right. That's the main thing. For real, so y'all saw me all day standing by. Yeah. Yes, because let me tell you what I can do and the power that I have. The power that I possess says this. I will fuck your entire weekend up on a Monday.
Damn, on a Monday?
Why you think don't nobody play with me? That's what I tell kids. I speak their language. I told a kid the other day, and I want to say this in front of my son. I said, your parents don't want to buy you shit. I speak parent fluently. Right. They feel obligated. Yeah. Now, do you want me to call and fuck your chances up of having any kind of Christmas? Because I can bet you. Yeah. I'm looking at the new Jordans. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying, damn,
this little kid wear a bigger size than me,
Mm-hmm.
but I want him.
Mm-hmm.
He got a full play though. Shit.
Yeah.
That's obligation. That's not, ooh, let me buy this kid
Yeah.
some shoes.
Right.
See how I'm talking? That's how I talk to them. Real, recognize real. Them babies hear me and they like, please don't come.
Because as a parent, give me a reason not to spend $300 on some shoes. Give me a reason. I will take that.
I'm goofy.
There's some pain in your voice.
Watch this though. Want me to tell you what else I can teach you how to be a parent in 5 minutes. I can't. This kid don't listen to nothing. He play video games. Yes. Do we have one now? Because he keep going. No, I don't have it. You know what? Find it. Buy him a game and take it.
Yeah.
I'm petty. I felt the same way. Kids don't come with instructions. You know what I mean? I said, damn, I'm gonna get him. My daughter, she was just so dainty. Yes, daddy. Ooh, not him.
No.
Now he want to fight and shit. Like, what? You know, so, you really, I can't keep breaking your face, right? Because then I'm going to go to jail.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I'm with you.
Right. So, you know what I'm going to do? You know what? I was punishing myself, son. These were my words. Now, watch it. Look at his ass. Because he don't even know. I'm Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. He don't know what I'm doing. You know what, son? You deserve a game. What? I ain't do nothing to deserve a game. He played that game for 24 hours. I took the shit the next day for 90 days.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Oh, that's good. That's
Me, I take the game and I play it on the biggest TV in the house myself.
I'm crazier than that. I threw water.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't care. Like, he got me so mad one day. You wanna how you make me mad? He in class. Man, I gotta tell him that. I'm sorry. he first time in high school, think everything is easy.
Yeah.
Man, this class easy. It's virtual, man. It was last year. It's virtual, man. I'm gonna do what you said.
Oh, you my son's
And the
age.
teacher said, I need 4 pages. He was like, from what? And that I see his eye shake. You better not. No, you done got hit by the biggest dudes I had ever seen in my life on the football field. Fool, I never seen you cry. You about to cry because you got to write 4 pages?
Yeah.
I took the water. I didn't throw the water bottle at the game. See, I'm just going to tell the honest to God truth. I threw the water bottle at him. But he ducked.
And it hit the
game.
There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to hit him. Like, I'm not going to lie.
But it worked out, though.
It did. It really did. And you know why he ended up crying? Just to show all parents that this work. I don't care how hard your kid is. Guess why he ended up finishing the cry? You waste water in my game.
He saved it.
That's all he cared about.
And he didn't save the game either.
Well, I'm a good father. You got to know.
I can honestly say from this conversation, if I was a parent, that'd be me.
Yeah.
If I was a parent, if I had kids,
You know, kids walk around and say, you a snitch, you bully. I get paid good money to tell on you.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I told the kid the other day, I was like, listen.
That's not your folks.
It's not. No, even if they were. He's heard me say this. I'm not, you said I can say whatever, right? I'm not your fucking friend.
Yeah. That's what
imagine how weird it'll be for a 41-year-old man to be friends with a 50. That's freaky. That's good touch, bad touch. You better stop. Somebody get in touch.
Stranger
I guarantee you, scream stranger danger, you ever see something like that. He looked at me like, I thought we was homies. You thought wrong.
Oh, no, you're a paid employee. You paid to be there. That's not friends.
They don't.
I mean, I understand everything because I'm the uncle. Like, I love my niece. But you know, as she was becoming a teenager, one day she really got smart with me, and I was like, I will break your phone and tell your mother that I broke it and not pay for it.
Yeah, that hurt.
And she looked at me. She was like, oh, she posted something one day. She posted a video and was like, some dudes cussing and stuff, and I was like, you have a couple of options here. And I said, I can tell your mom, you can take the video down. She said, but Uncle, why I need to take the video down? I said, because I get off at 4 o'clock. You get out of school at such and such time, and I can be at your school at this, and I will embarrass you in front of everybody. And if you don't believe me, call your aunt and you ask your brother. I said, I beat kids. I said, they call me to fuck kids up. They don't call me to. And then she was like, oh, and you know what happened? She called me back and said, oh, the video's down. Good answer.
Yeah, it also
And I
helps.
love Apple. Apple got those things where you can shut everything on the phone down.
I got a Timberland that shuts everything on the
No,
phone
but I
down.
mean, you don't even have to. Can
It's,
you imagine?
it's not satisfying if I call Apple to do it.
Yeah,
I want them.
you're
No, I
not
want them to see me crush their phone.
I want my son to have his phone in his hand and not be able to
use
anything.
it.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this. All right, watch this. That's old school, and what DC public schools call what you do is restorative. Right? Let's use. Yes, sinister. We're doing restorative justice. Okay, restorative. Restrict the child from doing what the child wants to do because they didn't live up to the expectations. See, because like in DC public schools, they say get rid of the words like rules.
Get rid of rules.
Yeah, don't say rules, say expectations.
Oh, that's okay.
Broadens the children's vocabulary.
Oh.
You know, it makes them SAWFT soft.
Exactamundo. See, because
Well,
I
how
just
you
feel
spell
like they
soft?
think people are
That's a
stupid.
reference to Black Geo.
Yeah.
You got it's a wrestling reference.
Yeah, but that's why I was like, wait, what did you just say?
No way. It's no way. I don't know, man. I don't know what we missing.
I love this conversation,
We
though.
missing certain things that people have worked hard to remove from parenting.
Well, if you,
I would like to interject on this.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Because you have many kids
that you don't know about.
My knowledge, they aren't mine.
Call the number on the screen if you're looking for your dad.
Until I get the DNA test, they are not mine. If they are mine, your mama kept me away from them. But
you know what?
So you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You done took me off for the tail.
I mean, you got more kids than probably all of us combined. It's all right. We know somewhere out there.
Not where I was going. See,
all right, so
you know I've been drinking. You know I've been drinking.
I mean, you the one that bought the 1738.
What's in there?
But I'll say this while you get your thoughts together. The reason why some of the kids is jacked up is because some of their parents have no accountability. So when I talk to people, because I deal with adults that are children, like I once told my staff I feel like I'm not a manager, I'm a babysitter.
Yes.
And when we talk to them, it goes to the whole snitching thing, because the first thing they say is, you like, well, I caught you on your phone, and you're not supposed to have your phone on the floor. This is a hospital. The first thing they say is, well, so-and-so did it. They don't have no accountability. Yeah. Like, I once told one of my...
You still in the wrong, so you still...
I once told one of my employees, I was like, why do you throw... This is supposed to be your man, but why do you throw him underneath the bus through every conversation? And then I had an honest conversation with my staff one day. I said, telling me so-and-so did it means absolutely nothing. Like, I'm not going to stop talking. I'm not going to not give you this write-up.
Right.
I'm just, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, so-and-so did it. Let me write them up, too. That means absolutely nothing. It don't mean shit to me.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
I want to work with your word again, because where I'm thinking, they don't throw you under the bus. They go to the yard. Go get the fucking bus to drive it in front of school. Say, hey, more. They got a bus. I'm about to throw your ass under, and then throw you under the goddamn bus. Like that. Man, listen.
But that's unfortunately that's the society we live in. People want to tell on other people. So it's like, okay, if you're doing something wrong, like in that situation, if you're doing something wrong, and you telling on the next man, that's not going to lessen
what you do.
What you did wrong.
I got a solution. I'm writing a book now called Common Sense Solutions to Everyday Problems. It's the first time anybody has heard that publicly. Okay. But it's the truth. And one of the solutions that works for me for the last 20 years was make more money than your supervisor. It doesn't matter what the fuck she says or he says. Make more money than your supervisor. Don't fucking matter. Like I sit at work all day and I'll be like this, yeah. Cool. And Coleman, I know you watching. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying if you were, you wouldn't know that I thought you were wrong. Anyway. That's all. And so yeah, like I don't know, man. Like we was in the staff meeting, man. They go to what you were saying. People was telling on each other at a staff meeting like babies. Yeah. And they was like, I had to do this social emotional opener. So now I'm the strong silent type at meetings. Because at meetings, I think God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so that you can listen 2 times more than you talk. That's just me. Learn a lot at meetings, shutting up. So I'm sitting there and they want to know what I have to say. I said, "You sure?" And he was like, "Yeah." I walked in the auditorium and didn't know I was walking into a group of adults. Because I remember what it feels like to fucking be broke. Voila. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't even that hard. Like, my solutions in my book gonna make you feel stupid. Because I realized something. The only reason why you ever learn is because you feel stupid. If you didn't feel stupid, then at that moment you were the smartest person ever to do the shit. Right? And so until you feel stupid, you're not gonna learn. So I say things in the book to make you feel fucking stupid. I keep on being late every goddamn day. Leave early.
Right.
Kids be like, man, I keep on. How the fuck? I told you, bro, man, watch this. Just to show you how much I say this. Man, do I not have the trick to getting all A's? When the teacher, let me do this. When the teacher give you your homework, what the fuck you supposed to do? Ain't no secrets.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah,
the fuck, you want me to tell you that I got some kind of secret pill, like the Matrix, that you gonna take and jump in that bitch and get an A? No. I got the degrees I gotta actually read for that shit.
You had to do work.
No.
The funny thing is, though, is common sense ain't always common.
It's not, but sense is not common. Period. You know, if you want to not know, you don't want a kid to know what you're writing. God forgive me. It used to be you put it in script because they don't know how to read that.
They don't know how to read script no more.
But you want to know the joke part of it? It's sad as shit, but it's funny because I'm sinister. All you gotta do is write the shit now.
Yeah. They not gonna read it.
No, they can't. That's what's so fucking. They can't. Like, no, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm being honest. No, listen. Remember, like, if you gonna learn something from me today, if nothing else, everything I say come tenfold, right? I said that if you have an oppressor, it's something about your oppressor that you admire. It's your patience, right? We just was in a 2-year pandemic.
Right.
They sent these babies back in school. Right? It's a deep cleaning. Maybe.
Yeah, no.
It costs $10,000 a day to get them water, so we're gonna cut the water fountains back on.
Yeah.
With Omarion out here dancing and shit.
Yeah. Yep. We had the same problem.
Which is it? Omarion, Mocha Crown.
It's a Decepticon.
One of them cons.
Decepticon.
I crack me up sometimes. One of them goddamn cons. Grandma said this one time. You want to find a crook? Pick up the phone and call the captain. It don't matter who answer that motherfucker.
What I tell you? I told y'all.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna give you something.
No, I know firsthand what you're saying is
true. Watch
this.
DCPS. I'm just gonna show you. Just in case you did not believe that the powers that be understood that this pandemic was gonna happen. Gabe, stop me if I'm lying. Okay. A year before the pandemic, everybody was saying K-12 this, K-12 that, which K-12 is a school that's virtual.
Yep.
That they created for fucking kids to do correspondence school. Like they ain't lazy enough. We not going there, but okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually K-12 been out for a little while.
It has. And the problem with that was that the social emotional learning piece. Right. These kids are learning at home, but then you put them beside another child and they're gonna get scared. Right? So I said, hey y'all, DC public schools about to do something with K-12. Nobody believed me. I heard it. Who I heard it from, I knew it was true. Right. So I see DC public schools start talking about virtual. Like if you suspend it for a certain amount of time, this was before the pandemic.
Right.
Then you can do K-12. And before, my email address was dewan.moore@dcps.com. mid-pandemic, my email address is dewan.moore@k12.dc.gov. Writing on the wall is something that's a talent. You know, it's a lot of goddamn blind ass. I did not know God made so many Stevie Wonders. In race. Like, if you do not see that, I'm not saying that DC public schools or DC government had anything to do with the pandemic. Let me clear that up. But I think they knew before you.
Yeah, a lot of people. You see? But hold on, a lot of people had COVID in this fall of 19 anyway.
It was an upper respiratory infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I lost 40 pounds. I found the shit. I'm trying to give it back, but they won't take it.
But I was working in one said place that I'm not gonna name, but all of my coworkers got it. I didn't.
Let me tell you something. The cure for COVID in the fucking hood. Listen to me. Niggas is using COVID in the hood. Pardon my language, but niggas is using COVID in the hood like a fucking diet.
Atlanta, never been closed down.
No, it hasn't. No, but I'm saying the hood, period. I don't give a damn where it is.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You ever rolled through the hood and seen, yeah, man, I ain't seen you in about 3 weeks. Yeah, I got sick, but you had COVID. Tell the truth. Because, like, right now, but I seen one of my men, I promise, he know exactly what I'm talking about. We rolled through, I promise this man, 6'3", maybe 6'4", 350. I ain't see the man for like 4 weeks. He got sick. That's what he said. I see the nigga, he like 220. He said, yeah. I said, nigga, you had COVID. You wasn't sick. He said, I wasn't. I don't have no fucking COVID. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's at home chilling and getting better.
No, this is what I feel. This is why. Because niggas take perks, right? And perks make you tired. And COVID, I know I had it, so it makes you tired. So niggas say, hey, COVID, that's them fucking 30s. So then the nigga be like, I'm covered. I ain't got COVID. That's that Sasa. And then the motherfucker just drink the rest of it. Wait. I see the nigga mid-COVID say, let me get a pull off that jack. I say, stop it.
Right.
No, seriously. I in the middle of a conference park. Stop that. Stop it, boy. He tells me, he looks me in my face, he said, Juan, for real. And this was when I knew I had to go home. It was time to leave. So I was only saying one day. This nigga looked at me in my face and said, you gotta expect to catch the shit at least once.
At least once.
At least once.
I've heard that though.
I said, look, boy,
heard people say that.
I did, but they all look like us, and it's bothering the fuck out of me. Because if you really caught it, I called my wife and told her to get my shit in order. I was dying.
That's how they.
Yeah, it was COVID to stats. Who wants to catch that shit, man?
As you say this, he's taking his COVID medicine.
That is. No, seriously, that is.
I mean, that's some real shit. I've been working every day since the pandemic.
My wife worked for Amtrak. She's never been off.
Yeah.
Ever, like.
Neither have I.
Yeah. I work for DC Public School, so hey, buddy. I hope Amarion started dancing again. So
I had to leave my job and go to another job in order to be home because of it. But I'm glad I left my job what I did because I left before January of 2020.
But it was, I'm at the hospital, so I had to tell my staff, when I interview people, I'll be like, you afraid of COVID? They be like, yep, but this ain't the job for you.
Yeah, no, DC Public, I'm going to tell you something real. I'm a germaphobe. You might not think it because I got my mask off, right? I got all 3 of my shots. And I take 7,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day.
Yeah.
How I feel about the vaccine, because that shit was asked to me on 95.5 too. I made a lot of people at my job. I feel like this. Do your research. Black people created vaccine.
That's a long time ago.
Number 2, you have polio if you wasn't vaccinated. And you know what I learned too? See, because we speaking about the parents in the schools. Oh my God, I wish I was. I told a lady the other day, I said, baby, your kid already got vaccines running through their body. When I tell you, I cannot make this up. The lady said, first of all, ain't nobody never asked me, so they gonna have to take them shits back out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said shits too with an S.
But wait, how you gonna take it back out?
Don't know. I ain't never met that before. But then she said, and she said, I said, so, okay, let me ask you this, baby. When you go to the doctors, they give you the list. You gotta sign it at the bottom to say your kid took this to go to school.
And they give them a shot.
Guess what the lady told me? Oh, that's not a vaccine. The doctor told me that's a shot.
That's what the shot is. Bless the heart. Oh, bless that baby heart.
And you want to know why I'm about to cry on your station?
Now you wonder why I don't have kids.
You do. Never mind.
This the type of shit. I mean,
My brother,
I cannot make.
my brother told me the funniest thing about when he had a talk with somebody at his job about vaccinations, and he was like, and they because at the hospital it's mandated.
Right.
So some people quit, some people left, and he was like, damn, y'all a generation of licking ass, feet, and everything.
But won't take a shot.
But then you question and
share blunts.
They're taking fentanyl.
Yeah.
This generation, let me tell you something. First of all, the kids love me because I tell them the truth. You gotta say thank you sometimes to them. I have not heard the word nigger inside of Johnson in 4 years. It's bruh. I promise. I watched them fight saying bruh.
Yeah.
But quit this shit, bruh.
Yeah.
They eliminated nigga. They don't know how they did it, right? But so they can't be but so ignorant. And then they strong as shit. Let me tell you why. Because these kids can pop a 30 of what they thought was perk. Now I had knee surgery and I took perk 30. I got up, walked through what I thought was my mother. It was a dream. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to bend my leg. So needless to say, I walked through it and then had to get the surgery again the next day.
Oh, shit.
Right? So here's the situation about that. These kids are able to take perk 30s and don't nod.
Yeah.
I know children that's taking the fake ones that's all or 50% fentanyl and they're alive. What I think needs to happen is I need to take one of them little motherfuckers with me, but I paid a lot of it. You just took a 30 of fentanyl and you walking. I'm serious. Like at the end, I won't, man. You got it. Anyway, but yeah, man, I'm just saying these children are different.
Well, I can't say none of that medication works.
I
told y'all some wings, man.
Okay.
Carry out wings.
You want to know what helped my knee?
Carry out wings.
CB, it
is.
They put
it's
stuff in the wings.
It's in the water.
Man, making shit, dog.
No. You know what? These are water babies, though, right? Our generation.
Bottle.
Right? No. Water, dirty water, Southeast dirty creek water babies. They fucked up. That ain't no other way to put it. I keep saying this. The people say, well, what's your answer? I don't know what the hell else do you do with fucked up shit. These kids are fucked up. They, in one hand, can stop a whole word that we've been saying for generations, but then on the other hand, pop perk 30s and walk.
Well, let's not talk about
look at the people that have it.
Let's talk about this. What's your son wearing? A hoodie, right?
Mm-hmm. In the summer.
If it's 100 degrees outside, they wear a hoodie and they not sweating.
Well, I thought they all had sickness.
And then if it's -3 degrees, they wear a hoodie and they not cold. I'm confused.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. You make a complete point. And this is why kids hate ISS. Because I tell them if you open your mouth in here, you sound stupid. Something make you sound stupid. They come in the room with a hoodie on. A long sleeve shirt under the hood. A coat buttoned up with the hood on top of the hood they had on the hoodie. And be like, Mr. Morris, had shit in here.
Oh, bless him.
So what I do, let me tell you, I'm fucked up like this. I cut the air on. I cut the heat on. And the humidifier on that blows cold air. And I'm like, see, this is the reason why we know that you don't know what the fuck I know. because I done made your ass cold and hot, and that shit still ain't make you happy. I swear to God, shut up again. Like that's how I go. Like I'm not even lying. Like just please shut up in this room. Kid said the other day, I promise y'all, I got a bunch of these. That motherfucking lady, man, I hate that motherfucking lady. I hate hearing that.
What lady?
Ooh. Let's just say Miss P. Can't say lady, man. I thought you. She get on my nerves too. So, but I tell the kid, who in the hell told you that you were gonna have to like who you learn from? I want to drag their ass because our generation was taught that you better get the message. It don't matter who the fuck the message came from.
Cause I had a lot of teachers I ain't like. I learned from them though.
Shit, I ain't a fucking teacher. I had a professor. Damn Gutierrez.
So we about to take a small video break real quick. This conversation went way too deep.
Yeah, nah, that's me though.
That's fun. No, but I like deep conversations like that. So what?
The show ain't over yet.
Yeah, the show ain't over yet.
I'm giving out.
His first.
Oh my God.
It is going to be the best pizza of your life.
You eat it and want to eat more and more. It's like fish candy.
Oh, that's gold.
Now that's your brother and you ain't slide for him. But that's my brother, I'ma die for him. Seem like trapping, only thing I got time for. In the bed, though, with twin Glocks, trying to get this pound, dog. Blue faces jumping out these jeans. Come on her face, she say she want these jeans. Hit from the back, she calling back, she say I make it green. The pussy smacking, that's my snack, that shit like mac and cheese. I'm a trapper, not a rapper. Say the wrong thing, one phone call, they a rapper. You on the gram flashing that money, knowing you an actor. I got a hitter that'll make hits off on that raptor. For the AR, put a drum on it, that bitch that. We spot a hop, we double back around the block. Say you got money for that, I will come and shop, my nigga. Give you a chance to show your love, see you is not my nigga. Give you a chance to show your love, you turned your back, go figure. Screaming fuck them 12 wild and them boys geeking. A1s and turn their back, now we ain't speaking. And I ain't tripping off of no scotch and we ain't beefing.
My dog called me this morning, till my other dog stop breathing. And my nigga died yesterday. Every time my niggas die, I got a new date to hate. Buy a couple amigos by the cage, trying to take the pain away. My nigga lost doing hard time, he doing it day for day. I was just down bad on my dick, I had me no place to stay. But fuck that shit, y'all got me pissed off. I never had a reason to flex, I've been a big dog. ARP, ELE, you stretch like some big draws. And niggas know I'm in the field just like a kickoff. New Year's Eve, and the only time we hit off. And I knew that bitch was a hoe, but I was drunk, so I still hit wrong. Face kicking my door, but they let me know that they got tipped off. The hood like flock, you want some shit, dog. Middle of the hood, pull up my sleeve to show my wrist off. My nigga selling crack, you do not need no lip balm. Tired of selling crack, that nigga waiting on me to make it. Told him if I die tomorrow, that I'ma die the greatest.
Niggas switching every day, I don't trust him. He my cousin, but if he snitching, I'ma bust him. Screaming fuck the other side, I never loved him. My auntie snitch right at my uncle, why the fuck he serve a butter?
Why the fuck my grandma keep on smoking butter? I don't touch it. If I see my hop in public, I'ma crush it. On my mother, murder on my mind, and only God can judge us. Fuck them judges. If she get them bags, she gotta lay over, she stuck at Dallas. I met that bitch in high school, she went to Frederick Douglass. My man just went to Cali, when he meet the man, then he gon' plug us. The Draco on me ain't the Michael Mini, so I can't tuck it. My dick a pacifier, I call her baby, cause she gon' suck it.
I just got a case today.
Yo. So we back. So man, I love the conversation. Love the conversation. Anytime CP3 is quiet, you know it's a deep conversation.
I was going, drop some knowledge that we changed so many, turned so many different conversation. By the time I was about to say, I remember the hell I was going to say, it wasn't about it. I left it alone.
Bless your heart. You couldn't get it.
Was it the alcohol?
Nah, it was just, I got thrown off track and she mentioned the baby mama thing.
Yeah.
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah, I had an envelope came from the state. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was DNA test. I wasn't sure, I had to make sure everything was cool.
You got that DNA test?
Hey, no, I didn't. I thought it was. Ain't nobody popping no test on me.
Nah, yeah. They gotta find you first.
I'm filing bankruptcy first, bitch. No, I'm just saying. No,
oh my God.
We were talking about, the difference in the children nowadays. And I got to go back because, like I said, I have 3 nieces and a nephew that, I helped my sister out. I don't know where the notion came from that, I want to give my kids more than what I had coming up. And my sister made this mistake and gave the kids so much. And then when they get older, you want to do chores to earn the stuff that you've been giving them for so long. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what's going on, that some of the parents, not myself, are overcompensating for whatever childhood or things they missed in their past, and want to live their best life through their children, and it's adversely affecting them. And then, as you said, also with the virtual learning, not having the social skills to be able to communicate. These folks don't know how to have a one-on-one conversation. You can put them in a room, and they'll sit there on their phone the whole damn time.
They may even text
each other, but they won't talk to each other.
But I don't think that's more of the not necessarily the virtual learning for, like, people really, the rise of the smartphone made people socially awkward.
Texting and technology.
Like, when you sitting, I hate when motherfucker, if we in the same room and you gonna text me what you doing, or if you text me some dumb shit like call me, you lucky I don't reply fuck you. Because at that point, why didn't you just call me? Or if you text me, call me, 9 times out of 10, I'm just not gonna call you. I'm just gonna be like, fuck that. And then I wait for you to call me, and you'll be like, I text you to call me. I was like, I know.
Well, you know.
Because I think it's stupid.
Texting, you can tell your phone to tell someone that too now. That's the thing.
What?
Like if you text someone, right, and they're driving, they can have their phone tell you to text them.
Yeah, now if you're driving, I'm still not going to tell you. Fuck all that. They don't text me. When you park, call me.
They didn't. They tell them their phone to.
That's time for that dumb shit.
You can just call them. It's just folks don't know how to communicate, and especially via text. You don't know how many arguments I got into with females because of misinterpretation via text.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
It ain't my
fault. People do that because they be like, if you text them something, they be like, well, I feel like you was yelling at me. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, if I was yelling at you, I'd call you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not texting in capital letters don't hold my feelings.
Well, no, texting in cap, and then
you got the cap lock on?
Exclamation mark. You remember back in the day, all of us that are, not you, but, all of us who are older, when we were in English language arts.
Yes.
We learned about when you're writing, those exclamation marks are supposed to mean something. Putting something in caps is supposed to mean something. So if you take that, what we learned back then, you take it to text messages, they're still supposed to mean something.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, I grew up on the audio too, and I don't care.
If you text me in all caps, and I'm supposed to take that to mean that you're angry or you're upset. All I can tell you is go play at traffic on 95. I think I dropped my wallet in the middle lane. You need to go kill yourself. I'm sorry.
Me personally, it's not gonna matter in text or conversation. If you're yelling, I'm still gonna laugh. But the fact of the matter is that you're supposed it's
supposed to mean something. So I want to talk about his product because I know he has, because we forgot his wife and his daughter is literally in the car all this time while we having this.
We did talk about the shoes.
But he has some great products up on here. So he got slides.
Yeah. Slides.
I just bought a little bit.
He just bought a little bit, but it fills up the whole table.
Right.
Damn, what's the lot?
Just a little bit.
My bad. Yeah, shoes, sweatsuits, hoodies separate, t-shirts, watches, keychains, hats, all over print bucket hats.
Okay.
Do you do embroidery or do you do silk screen for the hats?
Oh, for the hats,
Yeah.
both. I do both. But
Yeah, we need to talk offline. I'm about to cut my embroidery supply right now.
okay, I do, but I will say this though. This is not professional opinion with hats. With vinyl, it looks cleaner with vinyl.
Looks cleaner with what?
It looks cleaner with vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see the bubblage and the mess, just like imperfections, and you just see this. It's not imperfect. It's perfect. It's just that people think it's gonna come off.
Is that reflective?
It is.
It looks like it from here.
Yeah. I love these deep conversations.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. I need a wholesaler for hats too. So you're killing me with the overhead right now. So yeah, we definitely should talk.
Do you have a website?
That's being under construction because I'm kind of trying to move with the wave with the children, and websites are about to be obsolete, just like DVDs through social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it is technically a website, but it's like those fake joints that look like the OnlyFans when you push the button. You know what I'm talking about? As you push the button and all the things pop up.
No idea what you're talking about.
Linktree.
Well,
You know you lying right now.
I'm not familiar with that.
You lying.
CP3, you probably got I owe you fans.
Check us in the mail.
Oh yeah, my son told me to tell you book bags. A book, my book. So far, Red Grant is endorsed this, as well as Trayon White.
Both will running for mayor of DC right now.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know. That's just quotes, daily quotes. I think if you can't find your own use, I'd love to give you one. But yeah, it's just a little bit of what I do. My EP. Now this I have links for online.
Okay.
But yeah, like I try to do everything that I want to do and make it profitable. If not, it's a hobby.
What explain your music to us? Like what's the sound? Can you put it into a category or no?
Can I sound biased?
You can sound however you want.
It's hip hop.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell we playing sometimes.
There you go.
It's hip hop. I'm grown. You know what I mean? I'm not singing every line because I think it sounds tight because I'm off the verse and eating shit and it sounds good. Now I'm actually trying to teach you something. It's actually on rhythm. It's like I'm trying to tell people kids, what you think I'm listening to, right?
You listen to Blueface, he's not on rhythm.
Yeah, I'm about to say because music, actually rhythm is in the definition of music. So what the fuck? Offbeat Gang, all these guys, I know them.
Yeah.
They're little boys to me. I don't know, man. I come from the land of real big homies, and I'm one of them. And I really don't care what you feel about what I say, because at least you can say it wasn't a lie.
Right.
Like you literally said, I'm gonna make music that I know gonna piss people the fuck off when I make it, just because ain't nobody else making it.
Yeah.
And that's what's on the record. I don't make that. I make the opposite of that. I honestly.
What's your Mount Rushmore?
That's hip hop.
Scarface.
Okay.
Who else?
Oh, you wanted me to keep going?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore.
You got some a few faces left there.
Yeah.
They don't get it, do they?
We get it, but I'm still.
That's it. Nobody else. Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Jay-Z.
Okay.
Right?
I knew it was coming.
That's what you wanted me to say.
I
Right?
knew it was coming.
No.
I wasn't, because I was trying to say. I don't know.
It's not
because I'm 41.
well.
I keep saying that. I don't care. I don't really care. Like, here's the thing. Should Jay be there? Maybe.
Oh Lord, he a Jay.
But
no, I'm a Jay fan.
Jay definitely belongs.
I'm a Jay fan, but does he or does Jazzo belong there? I'm trying to figure it out.
Wow.
No, I'm just, because at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna say this, and you got it. You know, I'm gonna say this. What's my man name? He passed. He got killed. Jam Master Jay. One of the things that Jam Master Jay said when asked why Biggie wasn't in his top 3, and his answer to that was, in order for me, in my mind, for you to be great, you would have to have a catalog. Yeah. Biggie had 2 albums. Working on the 3rd one.
Yeah.
And so that gave me the free muse to speak free. Right? Because I thought at the end of the day, I was like, shit, you can't say that about Biggie.
But he did.
Fuck you mean? You can't. But then that's Jam Master Jay.
You can't tell him he wrong.
You can't tell him he wrong. But then I realized that's an opinion. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Correct.
I don't know if Jay-Z belongs with my.
Well, we debate this because he's a Jay-Z fan, but he's not a Biggie fan. I was like, well, the funny thing about that is Jay-Z stole all some of his shit. A lot came from Biggie.
I think that's almost impossible. That should be, because here's the thing. Biggie is Jay's favorite rapper. Right. So how can you like a person who his entire muse?
He modeled himself.
So say you, though. See, I said that for you to say it. So say you, because I mean, people forget about my man Jazzo.
Right.
Literally forgets about him.
And that's
literally forget about Jay, and 80% of the Jay raps was about his man. Right. I press play on my music. I'm gonna give you one, and then that's what real sound like. And the reason why I say that is because everything in there, I did it. I'm not acting.
What's your best song?
Say it again. My favorite song to me don't even have music behind it. You know what I mean? It's called Prophecy 32. Okay.
Okay, what's your favorite song on the CD that you gave me?
Paper.
Okay, that's what you got to play.
Play that. And I'm gonna show you how I teach.
DC Witty, man. Track produced by Young Steve. District soldiers. Yeah, phrase. Evil empire. Evil genius said that. Let's go.
Money, paid. I done got sick of the vape. Money, paid. Sick and tired of running cake. Money, paid. She a bad chick, then I chase her. Money, paid. Money, paid. Money, paid. I done got sick of the vape. Money, paid. Sick and tired of running cake. Money, paid. She a bad chick, then I chase. Money, paid. Money, paid. Out in Bali with the yen, bro. Mexico counting dinero. Across the water chilling Big Ben. Euros with the Europeans. Flight 1, Korean. Bred in the countries I've been in. Shout out to my London fam. They pay a nigga, but just by the pound. Picking up what I'm laying down. I am the king and I wear the crown. Ward 8, nigga, how that sound? The price is right, then it's going down. Grassroots nigga from the ground. Money, witty, profound. No chains, I am not bound. On the bottom, on the top now. Getting paid, laughing at clowns. No chains, I am not bound. On on the bottom, on the top now. Was on the bottom, on the top now. Money, 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 paid, paid. I done got sick of the vape, vape. Money, 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 paid, paid. Sick and tired of running cake, cake. Money, 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 paid, paid. She a bad chick, then I chase her. Chase. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid, paid. I done got sick of the vape, vape. Money, 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 paid, paid. Sick and tired of running cape, cape. Money, 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 paid, paid. She a bad chick, then I chase, chase. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid. Sick and tired of running capers. Tired of looking like a peon. I am an alien Klingon. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. My aura is neon. Touchdown, end zone. Prime time, Dion. Cold world, Freon. Bricks that I got to put keys on. Catch me my chicks and let's see what type of list that little chick be on. Pimpin', Don Juan. Good gas straight from Exxon. I'm talking about the upper echelon. Running this money like marathons. Late with the bread, Babylon. Niggas face straight from Comic-Con. About to blow up like an atom bomb. Lear jets what I travel on. Mullion straight from Milan. All of my women be Amazon. Cleaning my money in Lebanon. Money, money, what I'm based upon. Money, 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 paid, paid. I done got sick of the vape, vape. Money, 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 paid, paid. Sick and tired of running cake, cake. Money, 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 paid, paid. She a bad chick, then I chase, chase. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid, paid. I done got sick of the vape, vape. Money, 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 paid, paid. Sick and tired of running cake, cake. Money, 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 paid, paid. She a bad chick, then I chase, chase. Money, 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 paid, paid. Money, 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 paid, paid. I ain't gonna go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You won't, she will. 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 Back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. No, I ain't gonna go back and forth. No, I ain't gonna go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. No, you ain't got to go back and forth. You know I will. You telling me no. You telling me no. She telling me yes. You telling me no. You telling me no. I bust on her chest. You telling me no, but she relieving all of my stress. You telling me no, but she telling me, daddy, this pussy the best. I'm torn, babe, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Trying to tell you the truth and look you in the face. It's a race, but you can't keep up the pace. It's heavy, baby, you can't keep up the weight. I'm throwing a hook, you ain't catching the bait. I ain't got a charge, but you all on my case. You all on my case. I just need a little space to breathe. So if you're gonna go, then gonna leave. I ain't gonna hold you, I swear. But if you need me, I swear I'll be there. If he won't, I will. You won't, she will. You won't, she will. If he won't, I will. You won't, she will. You know I will. You know I will. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth.
What he won't do, baby, I will. Don't trip off the nigga, let's pop a seal. All he want is dessert, I'm good for the meal. He broke your heart, now I'm trying to heal. You like me, independent, no deal. Going all in, with no ring and you still there. But baby, my love gon' make you feel better. Dripping this sauce, don't slip in it. She helping me cook, put a wrist in it. Roll up a blunt, put a twist in it. Open wide, she like when I lick in it. Dip in her, she ain't never coming back. Showed a real nigga, that's real nigga. That definition give her chills, nigga. Now ask her how that feel. I took shorty from a fuck boy, getting her back, good luck boy. You dumb boy, now you stuck boy, yeah. Got me singing like, got me singing like, got me singing like. If he won't, I will. You won't, she will. You won't, she will. If he won't, I will. You won't, she will. You know I will. Ay, you know I will. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You know I will. You know I will. You know I will.
That over here with the lighter going like this.
I figured I had a similar situation like that, dog.
How come every strip club song you done had a similar situation?
He was saying that this girl got
What
taken
the
by
fuck? What the fuck did you have going on in your
I was in a
teens?
threesome where my ex tried to take my current girl at the time, and that shit was funny because my girl.
You ain't never told this story before.
You never heard that
Yeah,
song?
I mean, I was chilling, I had a little chick. My ex hit me up. She wanted to, come through. I just happened to have my folks over there. I was like, I asked Shawty, you cool with that? She said, yeah. So we came through, had a couple of drinks, rolled a couple of J's. And, it popped off. And, I do my thing, go down. And next thing I know, my ex started going down on my folks trying to, outdo me. So my folks look at me like, what is she doing? Why is she doing all this? So, yeah, she didn't stop it, but I had to show her who was the king, dang. I didn't want pussy in contest between lesbians and bisexuals, so I had to show who the fuck really was who.
I feel like every thought story that can happen, every imaginable
my 20s, man.
thought story, and I'm saying thought loosely because that's what they use it.
I was a whore.
Well, no, they don't even use thought now as much no more. I feel it.
I was a whore.
Yeah, we know.
So we should do a segment on the show called Horror's Life featuring CP3.
Right, because every situation you can think of. I went through that. I got kidnapped by two
I was in a strip club at the age of 14. What do you expect? I'm 44.
That's why you act like that now.
I had sex in a church parking lot.
Yeah, like right.
I only got hit. It was a parking lot adjacent to the church. A pregnant
married lady.
It was technically not the church parking lot. It was adjacent to the
parking
church.
lot was
they probably owned it, to be honest with you.
It was the daycare attached to the church.
It was adjacent. It was adjacent.
That means attached.
She was
like situation you can think of.
I mean, she was a daycare and they went to school.
Is there any story of you actually going in the church?
Only for a funeral. I don't do that.
But you out there in that parking lot though.
Have you?
Adjacent.
It's the church park. It's in the daycare.
Lady Internet, have you ever had instant regret when you asked this nigga a question?
I'm an open book.
I did. Because I'll say that. And
that's why I want to talk to you because I need to write my memoirs, dog. I need to write my memoirs, man. I started it, but I already got the title.
No, we about to be shut off for the next 3 weeks.
It's the name of the guilty because was the nobody innocent. I already got the title, dog. So people gonna read it. I just need to get with your publisher. Oh, believe me, some of the stuff that
it's gonna be hard when it's banned in all countries.
Guilty pros everywhere is gonna read it.
Change the name though. Only people that were there was gonna know who was there.
Hot mess.
Did it go platinum?
What? On the book?
Yeah.
The book's gonna go platinum.
Mine is fuck that.
It's gonna go platinum. Bless his heart.
Change the game.
Dear Lord, please help us.
I should have busted my holy water in here for this one.
That shit don't work.
Throw it on.
Some of the stuff you say makes me want to stop drinking. That says a lot.
You need some oils for this one.
Rough month, baby.
Clearly.
Lady Internet, you have any questions before we let our guests go?
I mean, y'all, because y'all be talking about me and my questions. Y'all sure about this? Y'all, they asking me to ask questions.
I'm just saying. As long as knives ain't involved.
He can't even drink his beer. That's, you know what? I was about to say something real hateful to you, but I'm going to behave. So, for people who are young entrepreneurs, young artists, people that come up behind you, what do you have to say to them? Any advice, any things to kind of tell them to look out for?
If you can think it, you can do it. The hell with the naysayers.
He said, are you talking to him?
You can think it, you can do it.
You doing gang signs over there, young man?
The hell
with the gang signs. The hell with the naysayers. Yeah. The answer is yeah. If you believe.
Okay.
That's it. It's always yes. But it takes time. Sometimes you gotta do things you want other people to do for you. You don't have to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, CP3?
Oh, man.
You still thinking about that song?
Yeah, man. I was in the moment, man. Probably just been a couple of beers involved today. Let's see. Because you're definitely, like I say, I have some of the similar thought process that you have. Like I said, if I was a parent, I'd probably be the same way you are, real, break it down to them, and put foot in their ass when they need it. But because folks nowadays, like I was going to say, we don't have parents anymore. We have people with kids. What helps you be able to step back and see the issues and be able to follow through with the plan to help? That's one of my issues. I have a good, thought process, but I don't have the follow through to put it into place and make it happen. What is it that pushes you to be able to have the vision, put it into place, and follow through with it? Because that's something I'm working on myself.
If not me, who? If not me, who, bro? Like, people ask me, who will drop some more music? I said, maybe once they really call me Dr. Moore. I think it's cool, man. Dr. J, basketball, Dr. Dre, music. But to really do everything that I've done and end up being a doctor, like for real, right? Just got a new credential the other day, family development. Beyond the sky's the limit. Cane is not a word, bro. Like if you look at the back of my book, like literally, if you can zoom in on this, it says, remember that God only puts on you what you can handle. So drop the extra baggage.
You can, big as that.
You can. And that apostrophe T, that's the baggage. Drop that, bro. Like I mean, best thing you ever said to me, it's gonna be worth anything, it's gonna be hard. God roll with that every day. Like every day. That and also remain a kid as long as you can. Because adulting sucks ass.
Hell yeah.
They get mad at me because I'm like, I'm 25. They get mad at me. Why can't I be 25?
Because your daughter just turned 20. I saw the Facebook post.
See the look on my face.
Then you can, if you're 25, you can't share a post saying my daughter just turned 20.
No. She
fertile and fresh.
That man changed his father's diapers.
She's fertile and fresh. That baby at 5.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter.
But
you're right. You can as long as you want. I feel like the same way. If you want to stay 25, you stay 25.
I remember saying in my flow one time, anything
sinister.
No bullshit.
He could be with
anything. Anything.
Right now, y'all at the bar.
I
And
got two at home.
Photoshop let you do so much.
It does.
I don't even use it.
You said what? Well, Photoshop. But you can. That's what I'm saying.
I'm good at video editing. Fuck that. I'm making it emotional.
But you can, if you take print, you can alter. Not necessarily alter people, but just in general. I mean, you know, I was a photographer, so I know how to do.
I bet I used to do what I used to do.
What's
You
that?
ain't started your printing business like I did.
How you doing?
Getting a seed and your mother tell you can't bring no more seeds in her house and erasing that joint with the eraser and making it a Vito.
What? Hold on. What you mean you better?
Damn, that's some talent right there, son.
Hold on. What you mean we ain't there did that? I mean, I didn't do that.
No, I did.
I didn't.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna tell you. I told my mother.
I don't know who watched.
I told my mother when I came on this air that I was not gonna lie
about anything.
So I'm gonna have to tell you that my mother pulled me off a metro bus for that one. Because you know they send you home with one.
Yeah.
But I tell this to kids too. We can't think past our nose at a certain age. I can't see that motherfucker because you try to look cross-eyed, so you fucked up either way, right? And I ain't never knew what that meant until I realized, damn, I changed this grade, but my mother still gonna get in the mail.
Yeah.
She got
or me, when my mother's signature showed up, a couple places that she didn't remember signing. That happened.
Yeah, I bet it did.
True story.
Oh, you shaking your head?
I ain't never told shit.
I just said that her signature was in places she forgot she signed. What you talking about?
Oh, Lord. So, if somebody wanted to buy some of your product, where could they reach you at?
IG at LUVOVA 8, the letter T. That's where you can find me. Or
I've been drinking.
Oh no, I'm giving y'all cops.
Yeah.
We both like,
these are drunk proof. Look at the back. They're drunk proof.
He got QR codes, okay?
That's fellas on the head tonight. This man.
I get you.
Yeah.
Because I was about to give you a few more, but then we don't need to do that. You can, if you follow me on one, I'll follow you on the other. Yeah, but that's how. And if you in the DMV, I pull up. That's how I get all my customers.
So.
He pulls up for business, Lady Antoinette.
Yeah, not for violence.
What you talking about? It's business.
Shaking people is not a business.
That's a felony in some cases.
It's a talent.
Above the weight is a felony in some cases.
You know, we always have to check if she has the bracelet on.
Yeah.
You can't tell today, huh?
Nah.
That's why I got the camera on. There's always going to be a witness. Always going to be a witness.
I actually came bearing gifts today.
Okay.
Sweet. I always like spoiling things.
That's lovely.
That's my motto too.
You know what?
Because if I leave you with something, you can't forget me.
There you go.
That's true.
That's why I leave camera.
Uh-oh.
You know what? That song has gone off already, right? You know that. Clearly.
That might be the one.
That's his favorite.
We'll be playing on my show tomorrow night. We'll be playing tomorrow night on my show. Might be the intro.
Play it.
Might change the whole motherfucker.
I got good news and I got bad news about that.
There you go.
The good news is we played the music. The bad news is he didn't send me MP3. I did it off of Spotify. But he did give me the CD. Well, no, you can probably look it up on Apple Music.
I figured something. I still figure out to just play the audio. I didn't play video. I got to figure out the audio. That's my next project.
You just play it through the regular computer.
Oh, I'm just trying to pick up on audio. That's
right. Yeah. There's no big secret.
Trying to incorporate some new things in it.
Or you could do a 2-computer setup, or you could do a computer and a phone setup. You would have to put your phone and have it go through your track board. and you can play from there.
Oh yeah, that's why I do that.
Yeah. You can Bluetooth it or you can you can Bluetooth it or you can do the wires.
I need an intern.
I don't think you should.
I
Need one.
I thought about having an intern, but
I don't think he should.
I mean, I done had a couple of folks respond to the posts I put out, but then once they see all the work that I put in, they be like,
I'm gonna be real with you. If Bill can't have an intern, you can't either.
hey, look, she ain't got no blue dress,
Oh Lord.
and I don't pull out.
you know what? This conversation is on this.
Ain't gonna be no evidence. Ain't gonna be no evidence. Take that.
I can't just have an intern because I just know if they fuck up. If they fuck up on the wrong thing, my response is just not gonna be good. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't pay you. Oh, you can get out.
Put the lotion in the bag.
How do we get back to here?
Something's wrong with you. Can't have it.
You ain't no more drink. No more drink for you tonight. Somebody get this nigga a water.
I'm good.
Yo, I will never forget that show when dude was like working him at the bar. I said, you want something to drink? He said, a water. We all looked at each other.
We don't have that here.
Nigga say water?
Call somebody to bring some, maybe. We don't do that around.
Hey, we did find him a bottle though, but still. He's like, water? Where they do that at? It's the bar. We usually have liquor and liquor. No chaser.
Sometimes you do short tea.
Sometimes.
No, yeah, tea. That's gonna be a cut. That's something to eat.
Oh man, this is a fun show though. I like this show.
Nice, man. I'm glad I had fun.
Good.
Look, we like to have fun at the show. It's supposed to be entertaining.
And this black woman I'm married to that's sitting out here in this trip. I don't know if that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this for years.
Blame CP3.
Oh, no,
They all do.
I'm gonna take
I'm used to it.
we blame you for certain things because you blame others for everything.
It ain't my
So we
fault.
need to make sure that you understand.
Even if you got me on tape, it wasn't me.
You are the silk.
All right, R. Kelly.
You are the silk shock of podcasting.
Like I said, if you ain't got me on tape, even if you got me on tape, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
It wasn't me.
That was that nigga Ray.
Who the fuck is Ray?
I don't know. He looked like me though.
You know what? I think I need to play some music because
That nigga look like me.
you are the devil.
You always doing dirt and blaming it on me. I swear. So I'm gonna put that charge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that charge fucking with Ray.
No, I'm trying to find a video. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. You put the video up.
You said what?
When I can't find a video.
Run, young.
That boy P, so he crazy.
No. I was down, now I'm really about to go get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh, bet that we get up. Pushing this weight, I'm doing sit-ups. I was just dirty, now I got my fit up. Too good for these bitches, I bet they gon' miss us. And I pack a bag if you think that I'm trippin'. I keep this shit brisk like I'm sip Lipton. Even though niggas don't know what to get on. You ain't shit, till your niggas go and get on. Get you some pack, go make a flip homes. Yeah, I'm stuck in my bad ways. Niggas always being burnt out, so I dip them all in the ashtray. I don't understand these niggas that just always talking about, yeah, they past ways. I don't understand these bitches always comparing me to they past days. I give a fuck about you, you give a fuck about me. I just be rapping for money, you be rapping for free. Feel like that I rap like a god, the reason they call me a G. I'm against all of these odds. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never no worries, Hakuna Matata. They say that I'm hot cause the devil with Prada. I'm Soldier Boy first and these niggas gon' follow. Catching no feelings, you catching these hollows. Ride with Rodriguez like I fuck with Rollo. Ain't got no time when I see this Movado. Bet that bitch shine like I'm in Monte Carlo. Looking at me like I done hit the lotto. Counting your last days, get hit up. Talking that trash, Shay on Twitter. Your bitch, she be bad, yeah, I'm with her. When she see me, her face be lit up. Boy, better go ahead and mind your business. I don't go back and forth like tenor. Run this game, I don't get no finna. But we bout to get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh.
When it renders on YouTube, okay, all right. So you can take the day.
It might not take it sometimes.
Sometimes they'll do it right after. Sometimes they'll do it.
Yeah, they be all your fucking up there. Yeah, right after
Money.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna end the show now. I mean it's 9:21. Why you want to do a 4-hour show?
Let me throw one more video.
Okay.
You gotta throw one more.
Okay, you can throw one more. Any sports recaps you want to do before we throw one more video up?
Let's see. Let me check to see what's been going on in the NFL since we've been doing the show. We already talked about the Washington football team loss. You know, the Cowboys fans is
Coming out the woodwork
themselves right now, so that's cool. Right now, Chicago surprisingly is up on Green Bay 10-7. 5:18 left. 33. Chicago has the ball on their 48. Quick rundown of the NFL Week 14. Browns beat the Ravens 24-22. My quarterback, Lamar Jackson, went out in the second quarter with a high ankle sprain.
Dog, anybody you pick seems to be hurt.
But Lamar Jackson, though, like that's the one we were talking about before. I want him to do great.
I don't even want to talk about it. My fantasy football team got their ass with this week. Kansas City Chiefs trounced the Ravens 48-9. The Seahawks beat Houston 33-13. Titans beat Blank Jacksonville 20-0. The Saints beat the Jets 30-9. Falcons beat the Panthers 29-21. Broncos beat the Lions 38-10. Giants beat lost to the Chargers 37-21.
I'm about to say I know my team. We did not win, so cut that shit out.
49ers had a walk-off overtime win against the Bengals 26-23. The Buccaneers beat Buffalo 33-27. They came back for overtime and went down to the Buccaneers and.
That's crazy. Then we beat the Bucks.
Yeah, we beat the Bucks, but lost to the Bills.
That's what I'm like, really?
Yeah, like I said, Washington had a tough game. I broke it down in the post game. Bad game plan. Turnover by Gibson after they got the touchdown really killed the momentum and hurt the team's chances. They're still in the number 7 spot in the playoffs, so they're still in the playoffs. 4 games to go. Have Philly this upcoming week, Dallas, and then Philly, and then the Giants to end the season. So,
well, at least you got to win at the end of the season. My team sucks.
We're going to see how things play out.
We've only, up until now, we are late into the season. We had only played one division game, that was against you guys early in the season. So this was our first time seeing Dallas. So we'll see. We haven't seen Philly yet.
It definitely could have been a win, but you know,
It really could have.
The ball bounced Dallas, but they came to play. They executed early. Washington couldn't get it together, and by the time they did, it was too late. And that Gibson fumble really swung the momentum back in Dallas's favor once the Washington football team had, took some of the momentum in the fourth quarter, which I said was going to happen.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's we're going to talk about tomorrow night on Sports and Hill podcast. No reason to hang your head. They won a 4-game winning streak, got back to 500. They're a game winning 500, still in second place. They're 1-1 in the division. Philly's 2-0. That's why next week's game is going to be another huge divisional matchup. 4 games left. Still have, playoff implications still in the mix. Still have division champion in the mix, depending on what Dallas does next week against the Giants. And
they're stomping us.
Yeah, well, any given Sunday, anything can happen. We've seen the Cowboys go up and down. They have got some key pieces back on defense now. Their potential rookie of the year has been, he showed out today against the Washington football team. Granted, it was against third and fourth stringers, so I take that up. But the Washington football team plays them again in 2 weeks, and who knows what might happen. Say if Dallas loses, Washington beats the Eagles, then that'll make it a big, huge matchup again. We still need some help in the division, but playoffs is the goal. Get into the playoffs, you never know what might happen. So we're going to see how things go. We'll also be breaking down the Capitals week and everything that's going on with them. They have injury bug issues also some COVID issues. We'll be talking about them around 9 o'clock. We'll be breaking down Washington football team around 9:35, 9:40. Then we'll talk about the Wizards. So like I said earlier, I haven't really followed this past week with all the stuff on the Washington football team. But they've been on a decline since they started out so high. As I mentioned earlier about Bradley Beal coming back, throwing off some of the chemistry I feel that the team was having. But I know they took a bad loss to Indiana the other night. So we're gonna have the NBA roundtable covering that also. So stay tuned. Check out sportsothp.com. All of the content, all of our podcast partners. Check out their streams. Check out their content that we put out for them also. All of our videos, highlights, interviews, everything's coming up. Stay tuned. I'm working on some interviews with some other key members of, the Washington football franchise and, trying to branch out on some other avenues. So stay tuned. As I said, check out my page, Carol Port III on Facebook. Check out my YouTube channel, Carol Port III with 3 eyes on both. If you're looking to save some money on utility bills, hit me up. I got a program that can save 10 to 15% identity theft. I got a program that'll help you protect yourself against that. Get your credit reports and everything. You get all 3 of them from all 3 bureaus, and see where your credit stands on the holiday shopping online. Want to protect your identity when nobody hacking your account, doing anything they're not supposed to do. So hit me up. I do security. Don't listen to the other thug stuff from my past. I'm on the up and up, baby. Trying to protect you. I signed up. I'm protected. I want you to be protected. So I'll let your boy CP3.
Yeah, let the thug protect you.
We gonna ride or die, damn it. We gonna make sure nobody steal your identity.
He gonna pull up on them.
We gonna bust some kneecaps and some motion.
See, he got you.
You know what?
Did you do your commercial?
It's my word, son.
That was your commercial?
Yeah,
okay. I just wanted to
my disclaimer.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to make sure.
Social security number don't match, then we don't break news.
You know what? Lady Internet, you got anything going on this week?
Well, I missed our intro earlier, so sorry guys. But I wanted to let you guys know I did get over to Enchant over at Nats Park. It's a holiday thing that they have. They have like a whole maze down on the field.
Oh, shit.
Vendors, food. They have.
It was just there for one day, or?
No, it's up until like right through Christmas. But it's really pretty. The maze is, Christmas lights and the whole 9. It's really nice. They have a lot of alcoholic beverages as well.
Oh, that sounds like my perfect place.
Why you hang, Papa? They have a spiced hot chocolate or something like that.
Okay.
It's like Bailey's in the hot chocolate. And I mean, if it's a cold day, that would be perfect.
If it's a warm day.
And then they had, I don't even know what the cocktail was, but I just know it was like a little cup that looked like a Christmas bulb, and it kept blinking. So I thought that was nice. I got it.
Take.
It's nice. It's lovely.
Warm you up.
It wasn't that cold though. This was Friday evening.
Still warm you up.
Matter of fact, the young lady, Amber, you guys met.
Oh yeah. The plus size.
Yeah. So we went. It was a ladies' evening. It was very fun. So, and then just in case it was cold, I got a couple of those hot chocolates. I mean, I like Bailey, so I mean that worked out. But baby girl's coming home this weekend, so we're gonna be in full Christmas flow. Today I brought red wine blend and I brought some Chardonnay. Go to my IG, Lady Antoinette DMV.
AKA I cut niggas.
Don't do me like that. Lady.Antoinette DMV, so that you can grab you some wine, link in my bio. But of course I came to share with my co-host. I don't think y'all gonna really necessarily like that Chardonnay, but I want y'all to try it.
I'm gonna try it. I mean, I try anything.
But I want y'all to tell me if you like it. It's not necessarily just drinking it because it's here.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you if it's good or not. I'm still gonna drink it regardless.
I want to know. I want the feedback.
I'm be like, oh, this sucks. Pour me another glass.
But this red wine blend is amazing. And then the Chardonnay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me.
Oh, you missed something.
You guys posted. What did I miss? Oh, my son got promoted. My baby girl turned 20. So yeah, we making moves.
Yeah.
We're making moves.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I got to pin him, his rank on him too. So that was cool. As a matter of fact, we just scheduled his next flight.
Man, I just feel sorry. You're gonna have to beat them chicks off of him with a stick. I hope you ready to fight somebody's mama.
Right. Like the girl. But it's
this little nigga flying planes.
Right. Yeah.
How you gonna compete with that CP3? This nigga flying plane. You just get your license. You talking about, well, I done flew a plane.
Right.
Always tell them, dog. Different horizons, baby. You want to fly with the clouds. You know, I can take you to the clouds. All you gotta do is ride with me. We're gonna make it happen.
Oh my God.
Just make it happen.
That's why I can't have my son be left alone with CP3.
Yeah. I mean,
he gonna come away from the situation. I'm like, what you just say?
He gonna step out the plane and have the pinky out and everything. What's up?
But like the other day, this little boy said to me, I called him. No, I didn't call. I think I was in my room. And he was like in the living room. I said, hey, what you doing? He said, oh, I'm just listening to music, thinking about life. I was like, what?
Some real shit, man.
Was he listening to
UGK? He said, I'm listening to music, lost in my thoughts. I said, well, what you think about? Just life.
Yeah, life is a motherfucker, man. Sometimes you gotta step back, listen to some good
but
shit.
He'll do that, but then turn around and like, I don't know if you guys know, you can get the Alexa in your vehicle. Okay. So it's a Amazon Auto. And so I have that in my vehicle and I told it to play some music while I was driving the other night. And it started playing in the house. I said, I don't know what was wrong with it. It was just creepy, right? So I asked it to play this song that was stuck in my head. I don't know why, but it was by Silk. Okay, so that's 90s R&B.
Yeah.
So instead of playing in the car, I played at the house. He's at the house. And so he calls me immediately. It has the phone. No, it was Girl You For Me. That's the name of the song. So he put the phone up to the speaker and played for a second. Then came back on the phone. He said, what is this about? I said, what you mean? He said, what is this about? I said, that's my music. You stole my song. It's playing there, not in the car. It's supposed to be playing. No, Mom. Why are you listening to sexual music? What is this about? I was like, first of all, nobody said that song was about sex.
He trying to stun you.
He said, you sitting in the car listening to something that sounded like freaking you, and I was like, really, really, like he tried to check me.
He tried to son you. Your son tried to son you.
First of all, it's a love song, so stop it.
Hey,
To him, all '90s R&B sounds like that.
of course. Because it was meant, that's what it was meant to do.
It was love music.
Yeah, exactly. It was meant to start and get the, you know what I mean? You know, the playlist that I had as soon as we walk in. You know, when the clapper, lights go up, cameras come on.
Wait, did you say the clapper?
You got there right now. Nice to
Yep.
him.
Yes,
Come on.
Your CP3.
Yeah.
Was you that dude that would tell him I love you just to get the nookie?
Nah, that should get you in trouble. Man. You tell
How you know to get you in trouble? Because you did it, right?
No, I see other folks do it. I learned from their mistakes. Yeah, that L word don't come out quick. Once you say, that's like smashing a virgin to be her first one. I don't do that. I made that mistake one time before.
I understand that.
They get too attached because you're the one that took their virginity, and then you made them feel like no other man that made them feel.
How'd you break it off with her?
Change my number.
You ghosted a virgin? Oh my God. You're just evil.
She actually, you know, we let's see.
Are y'all friends now?
Nah, she actually went to the military and shit.
What that mean? She still could have been your
friend.
friend.
I ran back into it, but she had met some guy in the military and they got married. They were happy and shit. So I mean, she had a pretty mouth.
What?
She went to the Burger King. I told her I used to get the fast food chicks, man.
Well, she moved out.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know she doing the Air Force or something.
Well, that's good.
I ran into her a few years after. Yeah, I was trying to.
They treated people all nice.
Yeah, once I found out she had the Air Force, I was trying to hit it again.
Of course you were.
Yeah, benefits.
Oh my God.
I mean,
so you ghosted her. Like, how bad did you ghost her?
Well, I mean, we was together for. Well, see, she had a lot of emotional baggage.
Whatever. You know, because she smashed you.
No,
first.
That's how we ended up smashing because she was having a situation where she was adopted and her adopted mom was going through stuff, so she ended up staying in my house. You know, I was trying to help her out, and then next thing I know, she got in my bed and.
So you trying to help out? Would you?
Right. Yeah, I bet you were trying to help her out.
I was trying to be supportive.
I bet you was being her support.
We met one night when I was pulling up, get something to eat.
You was being that support being, huh?
Yeah, you know, I've been in friend zone before. You know, like I said, you just ride the time out. Now, I wasn't expecting her to get in my bed, but she got in my bed and gave me some head. Yeah, but then we ended up hooking up, being together for a while, and then, you know, her home life got more tumultuous and she ended up joining the military, so, you know.
And you ghosted her while her home life was fucked up.
It was too much baggage, man, because then her sister got involved, probably at my house one time.
Did you fuck her sister?
No, her sister was not attractive, so she wasn't.
Oh, that's the only reason.
That's the only reason, though.
She was adopted. If they were the same bloodline, maybe.
If the sister was attractive, would you have fucked her?
Wait, what? You just said if they were the same bloodline,
if
maybe.
they shared the same pieces, she was, you know,
But that's not right. You know that, right?
Hey,
You're not supposed to smash her and the sister.
Was she a white girl?
We all have different backgrounds and thought processes. She was light skinned, and her family was brown skinned, but her sister wasn't here.
So if her sister was light skinned, you would insult her.
I mean, she was cute.
If she had a nice mouth, would you? If she had a nice mouth, would you?
Yeah, she didn't have a nice mouth.
You were shaded.
But if she did it, but if she would have had a nice mouth, you would have.
It's nothing. Fellas, listen. Be real. It's nothing more satisfying to have a woman that asks to suck your dick. That is the woman the most sexy.
What if she tell you she about to do it?
That's sexy too.
What if she ugly and burly? And she tell you she about to do it?
I'm trying to hear. I'm trying to suck it. Yeah. Ain't nothing sexy about that. I'm talking about when you have a soft, feminine voice. And she look up
she can have a soft, feminine voice. And
if she burly, she ain't know that you had a chance, the hair.
I seen some burly women, and they're like,
hey boy, I want that.
Hey
boy, I need that.
The whole package is sexy, quiet. You know, I had this, oh man, she looked up at me. Me and my girl was having a good time. She just looked up at me like, "Can I suck your dick, please?" Why, yes, you can. How am I going to say no to that?
I mean, she was polite though. So
yeah,
you shouldn't.
Yeah. And my girl just said, "Then why you suck my dick?" She stayed too long.
You know what? I'm going to the video and the show has ended.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Like, take that bitch home.
To At the Bar Radio.
This bitch don't want to leave.
Thank you for dealing with this nonsense with us.
This your friend?
It's still going on.
I need you to pray.
Oh my God. You know what?
Holy water class.
Okay, I gotta find an appropriate video because I wasn't trying to put on something nice and like he is
determined to end on a ratchet note. Like,
why not?
Oh, and I heard you was missing me earlier.
Yeah, because we had too much free time and it was getting off the rails. You can't talk about that. Like, okay, yeah. Because supervision things get crazy, man.
Yeah, we had a conversation. Somebody on Twitter said that Nancy Reagan was the throat goat.
She was.
You know what? I'm done.
All right, I'm gonna send.
Oh, hold on. Why was she the throat goat?
Because that's what she did in Hollywood as Nancy Davis before she became Reagan. That's probably why Ronnie got her. I don't know what she was. She got around though. Everybody knew that. I thought until recently when people started talking about it, I thought they knew that.
I did not know she was the throat goat.
Yo, M20, where you at? Run that up, Rico.
I never back down, no I won't run, nigga. Chasing money till my pockets big pun, nigga. Terrorists, why you fucking with the wrong ones, nigga? Don't back down, Jesus, send you to Jesus, right to the casket. My phone the meanest, that's where the heat is. Get off my penis unless you a genius, shit. I need this, back down never. Who is better? Birds of a feather, niggas all the same, they don't know better. Man, I've been the king since a nigga Chris Webber. Man down, let it go. Better stay on your toes. I've been flexing on these hoes. Man down, let it go. I've been grinding, I've been fighting. Got the lightning, once the cake, got the ice. A supersizing my meal, appetizing. Oh my God, running back, I'm a titan, nigga. Ask Paul about the kid. A&T is killing this shit. Man, I gotta stay lit. Nigga, extinguish your shit. I got the fire. Make us sing like Mariah. They just birds on the wire. Dirt Nats, where's the choir singing? I never back down. My team strapped down. Let it go back down. Man down, that's on 911. Nigga, I never back down. No, I won't run, nigga. Chasing money till my pockets big pun, nigga. Terrorists, why you fucking with the wrong ones, nigga? Don't back down,